All right, so this is video number 2 in Rewilding the Feminine. And I'd first like to start off by saying my name is Shannon, and I am a human being and a lover of life and a lover of transformation. And so there's a lot to transform, and regardless of how much, transformation is always happening, and we can become one with it. And in that, I have been noticing that what is occurring on the planet is something I call the rewilding of the feminine. And this isn't just about women, this is about men and women. And rewilding the feminine is letting unfurl those aspects of ourselves that we've kept hidden for fear of being judged, for shame, guilt, all these things. For our innocence is that we are children of the earth and we experiment, and so we play and we dabble and we learn, and we are all connected, so we are evolving together. We're evolving together, we are learning together. It's a trial and error process. There's no true error, but this is all a trial. This is all an experiment, so to speak. So this rewilding the feminine is happening, and it's happening within us all, and you can see it happening on the earth with there being fires and such. There's a desire for us to return to nature and thus return to our wildness. So I have this up in my room here, and it's just up always basically, and I haven't taken it down. And so since there's stuff written on here, I'm going to make a video, and then I'm going to erase it, and maybe it will all come down, or maybe there'll be more. So the first thing I wrote here is only God, Goddess inspired, meaning may we act only from that which is inspired from the unity within us. So if we feel we are separate from Creator Source, all actions that stem from the idea of separation, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all that stems from unity, inspired by unity, the one, and love, peace, and truth. And I believe that love, peace, and truth naturally arise when we are in the unity. And something that I am aware of, and I am holding space inside for the resolution of, is how prostitution energetics have sort of infiltrated the idea of a wild feminine. And so I'm praying that all prostitution energetics be resolved, for we no longer need to sell ourselves in order to thrive. So transforming the paradigm and really getting to the root of these stories and liberating our free will, so to speak, from narratives to really construct the story that we want to live in. So we are water and matter and cells. What does that even mean? This body is composed of water. We know that, and we know that water is affected by vibration, and story is vibration. Everything that is the word is vibration. And so we can recode our inner stories. We can recode the whole entire story. So letting go of the narratives that we don't want to see, whatever vision we see in the future that is beautiful, that, or even whatever we see as possible now, holding that in the highest love, acting from that, and transmuting what is wanting to be transmuted for the highest love. And so that, cool. For when we are united in the love of the Creator, which is ourself, when we're connected with our true self, we are aware that there is no thing we could ever be without. So. Okay, that's gonna have to take some washing. Okay. So then what's over here is some Scribble Scratchy, and we'll see if I can read it. And this Scribble Scratchy came because I was feeling so much anger, and I was almost paralyzed by this anger. I was doing some deep inner child, feeling her feelings, and this anger was welling up, so powerful, so righteous, furious. So I inquired as to what this anger was. Was there a desire to express? And what came up was that my inner child was so angry, which is I am so angry. This aspect of me is so angry that there's war on the planet, that there's all these things that from a very young age holding this anger for that the world is this way that I don't want it to be, right? So I got deeper than that, and I asked, what are her solutions? Since she sees that there is that this way that we're living isn't working, and it's so not working that it's making her so furious. What is it that she sees is the solution or the alternative? So I got down on some paper, and that's what we're going to say here. So she said too many roads, so we would like less roads. So I think too many individual houses and too many people without houses. So the resolution would be more co-housing and more shared community housing, and letting go of the solo what is that even saying? Oh, I wish I could read my writing better. Yeah, so co-housing, end of the solo emphasized model that has been pushed down our throats to have our own house and our own car, and on the end of that, and more into shared communal spaces, and understanding that there's freedom in having shared community spaces. Oftentimes I feel like people think that there'll be less freedom, but actually there can be more freedom within having shared cooperatives, and we can see so many successful cooperatives. All right, my phone just died, so back on. So Google successful cooperatives. There's many of them. So too much meat. She's mad about too much meat. She didn't say that we eat meat, mad that too much meat. So I think veganism can be extreme. I think that it's important to understand that we might be going towards less meat, and to make that just a goal for now, less meat. So no more meat and no more meat industry. So everyone lowering their meat intake, and coming into more of a ceremonial tribal meat relationship. So when we eat meat, we're sharing it with our tribe. We have an honoring about the animal. We acknowledge where it came from, and we have a connection with this relationships so that we understand and understand the impact of our choice. And all organic food. So that should be a no-brainer, but like all organic food. Non-GMO. That's the only kind of food we eat. Bam. Okay, we'll come back to this one here. So, natural energies, wind, water, solar energies, up level. Implement this. Boom. Less fossil fuel. Food grown everywhere. Food grown everywhere. So food on the streets, food in the parkways. You go out and you walk in your dog and you just grab fruit from the trees. Food everywhere, all over, planted in different regions. Obviously we'll have different foods, but food everywhere. And tribal councils. So no more. So self-governance. So tribal councils, local tribal councils, and self-governance. What does that mean? That means if we're a part of a community, we participate as a part of this local community. We decide what's best for this local community. No more someone outside far away deciding what's best for the local communities. And we return to self-governance and tribal relations. Play as a collective value. So play, fun, just flow being a value. We value that collectively. Music is meditation, a value. Dance is meditation, a value. Animals seen as our sisters and our brothers, our relatives, to be cared for as equal to humans and honored. No controlled news, meaning only local information passing, no big global news place. And freedom to travel and roam the lands nomadically. Basic right as a human being, integrated. We all have the freedom to travel. That is our human right. It says, allow mother to dictate the weather. So that means no more modified weathering other than the power of Mother Nature flowing through us in harmony with the forces. We have the power in us to change the weather. May we remember to always weather the storm inside so that we can be free to shine our light